You know, I don't think the left has figured it out yet, but they're no longer going to be able to hold conservatives up to our own standards.
And amen. And boom, shakalaka. Can you give the Lord some praise in here today?
It's a tactic that has worked for the left for years. Whenever they want to attack a Republican, just accuse them of something, make them realize that, you know what, it's part of our moral system, it's part of our 10 commandments, and we're going to hold to it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to step down. We're going to resign in shame. We're going to quit before we bow down or lower ourselves to the left's standards. It used to happen all the time. Some Republican would get caught in an affair, and all of a sudden he would just say, oh, you know, for the betterment of my family, I'm going to have to quit. I want to apologize for my behavior. And then the left would stick a microphone in every Republican's face and say, what do you think about Republican X's, affair? Is this family values? And they'll, of course it's not. And we need for Republican X to step down because this is not what we believe in. This does not hold up to our standards. Meanwhile, you got Bill Clinton lying about having sex in the Oval Office with an intern. Hey, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Monica Lewinsky, which turned out to be a damnable lie. But the left said, hey, you know what? They were consenting adults. Hey, you know what? It's nobody's business. Hey, you know what? It depends on what the meaning of is. Do you remember all of that? For the longest time, the left was able to use Saul Alinksy tactics against us. We didn't know it at the time, but it was Saul Alinsky's tactics. Saul Alinsky's rules for radical. I believe it was rule number 4. Yep. There it is. See? Saul Alinsky's 12 rules for radicals. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll on down here to number 4. Make the enemy live up to their own rules. And that's what we've been doing, living up to our own rules. We have the enemy, the left, who have absolutely no moral compass whatsoever, but they're well aware of our moral compass, and they will hold our moral compass up to us and force us to abide by it. What are they saying here? If the rule is that every letter gets a reply, send 30,000 letters. You can kill them with this because no one could possibly obey all of their rules. And this Saul Alinsky says, this is a serious rule. This is serious. The besieged entity's very credibility and reputation is at stake because if activists catch it lying or not living up to his commitments, they could continue to chip away at the damage. That's Saul Alinsky. And that's how he defeated conservatives for years. Catch them into something or accuse them of something or do the wrap-up smear and make the conservative, make the Republican defend himself, make the Republican drop out of the race. We've had so many Republicans that got caught or had some past misdeeds exposed, and they use that as an excuse to step down, to fold up their campaign. Well, things changed when Donald Trump came on the scene. First and foremost, we have to remember that when Donald Trump came down that escalator, everything changed. Donald Trump was not part of the club. Donald Trump was not a regular politician. Donald Trump was coming from the outside in, even though he had supported Democrats and Republicans, throughout his adult life as a builder in New York. When he put that R behind his name, it was a game changer. And you had all of the best Republican candidates on that stage. Remember, there was like about 16 of them. And Donald Trump systematically destroyed them. And when they tried to come against Donald Trump and talked about his multiple marriages, remember that tape, the leaked tape with Billy Bush, when he said that, when you're rich, allegedly said that when you're rich, they'll let you, rich ladies will let you grab the coochie pop, something like that. You know what I mean? Oh, remember Stormy Daniels? The stuff that would have regularly killed any Republican could not kill him, number one, because he was outside of the box. Number two, he didn't give a hot damn. He didn't care what you thought about him. He didn't buy into any of his past sins or discretions. He didn't play into that. What he did is he put up his policies. What he did was introduce America to the America First policies, and the American people were so sick of the games that the left has been playing. Really, the American people were so sick of both establishment parties that they wanted something different, and they were willing to put up with hell and high water to get it. And that's exactly what Trump supporters did. They didn't care. You can accuse him of doing anything. What did they say? He can go down on right in the middle of New York. He can go to Times Square and shoot somebody and nobody would care. It really did get to that point because we were so sick of being accused of doing anything. Remember Mitt Romney? What did they get him on? When he was in grade school, he gave some kid a wedgie. Oh, wait a minute. He put the family dog in a crate on top of the station wagon on a family vacation. Wasn't that it? He had a binder full of women, a binder full of women. Oh, Mitt Romney was an Eagle Scout, and they were able to beat him up, and he was capitulating to the madness. Trump changed all of that. So fast forward to today. The big issue right now in Georgia is Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker has been accused of doing all kinds of horrific stuff, absolutely horrific stuff. Well, beating his wife, abandoning his kids, paying for an abortion, all this other kind of stuff. And to be quite honest with you, I didn't get into it. If I wanted to, I could battle back with his opponent, Warnock, because that guy, did you see the video of his wife crying, talking about how this man is lying to you, talking about how this man tried to run her over, how this man beat her up and abused her? Here's what it comes down to. You're not going to be able to destroy Herschel Walker by talking about his opponent saying he did it too. No. At the end of the day, we don't care. You could try to muddy him up. You could try to tear him down. All that stuff could be true. But for better or for worse, you're not going to get conservatives to live up to our standards anymore because the left has never lived up to their standards unless we're talking about double standards. And if it were not for double standards, the left wouldn't have any standards at all. So now that we're in this battle, we're in it to win it. And we'll take our flawed candidates over your flawed candidates. The only thing that I want to point out is that Christianity really is under attack. It is a sad thing that we're here at this point. But again, the left can come out and they can call us Christians. They can call us conservative Christians. They can do whatever they want to tear us down. It's just not going to impact us anymore. Case in point. James Carville, who was one time the campaign manager for Bill Clinton. He famously said, "It's the economy, stupid." We were having a great economy. We were on the tail end of Ronald Reagan's revolutionary 16-year run. We had Papa Bush in office. He was still humming along, but here comes Bill Clinton saying, "This is the worst economy in 50 years," which was a lie. And James Carville came along and said, "It's the economy, stupid," which was a brilliant one line. It's the economy, stupid. And Bill Clinton ended up winning the election. Well, James Carville is back, but he's not saying the economy stupid now. Oh, no, because that would bury Joe Biden, wouldn't it? No, James Carville is back and he's gone rogue. He's gone ugly. He's attacking Christians.
I think this just exposes the massive, staggering humanity of conservative evangelicals. I'm not going to call these people Christians because I don't think they embrace very much of Christianity.
I mean, how big of a problem is it for the GOP that this is the field of candidates they're running in this cycle?
I've said it before. They have a lot of stupid people that vote in their primaries. They really do. I mean, you're not supposed to say that, but it's obvious fact. And when stupid people vote, you know who they nominate? Other stupid people. And they have the Republicans have a problem. They got very low quality people that vote in their primaries, and they're producing predictably very low quality candidates. It's evident right in front of you.
Wow. When you have low quality people and they go to the polls, they're going to give you low quality candidates. And that's what we have, low quality. And these conservative evangelicals, I'm not going to even call them Christians. They're beneath Christianity. I listen to James Carville say these things and I'm just like, oh, okay, man, you do you, but that has no impact. These insults have no impact. We have become hardened. We have become callous. We really don't give a hot damn what the left has to say about us anymore, especially degenerate people like, James Carville, or the people who voted for Joe Biden, the people who voted for Kamala Harris and brought all of this destruction on the United States. What are you saying, man? What are you saying? And we're not going to even try to hold you up to your standards because you don't have any. It's a sad state of affairs, but that's where we are in this country. We don't care about morals anymore. We don't care about values anymore. Our culture is swirling down the toilet. We've got drag queen story time. We got sexual grooming in our schools. We kick God out of everything, but you still want to hold us up to that standard. And it's a shame that we can't battle on that ground anymore. But that's where we are. Having said that, the controversial with Herschel Walker does strike a chord with me because of something that his son said. Actually, everything his son has said for the last few days. Christian Walker is a very intelligent young man. He's a very bright young man. He's very funny. I saw him when he was here in Phoenix, Arizona at the Turning Point conference last Christmas. Yes, last December. And for some reason, he turned on a dime and started attacking his father, sharing some of the most private family incidences that he could muster, that he could bring up. And I just want to say to Christian Walker, young man, you need to stop that. Your father might be everything that you said he is, might be, but that's something you should handle in private. Even though you might not be a believer of Jesus the Christ, the 10 commandments still are something that are very valuable. And honor thy father and thy mother. I believe that's commandment number 5. You need to take that to heart. You've already crossed the line, but there's no way you can be encouraging your soul. There's no way you're going to be bettering yourself when you're tearing down your parents, when you're tearing down your father in this fashion, in this way. That's the one thing that really has bothered me about this latest incident. It's not so much that Herschel Walker is innocent, as pure as a driven snow. No. And it's not, like I said, I don't even know if what he's being accused of is true. It doesn't matter as far as when it comes to the election. But it does matter for this young man who I think is really heaping coals on his own head, who is really putting barriers in front of his own future. You cannot disrespect your father. Your father may be all of these things, but the commandment doesn't say do not honor your mother and your father, unless they're wretched. Honor your mother and your father, unless they've done wrong to you. It simply says, honor thy father and thy mother so that thy days on the land can be long. Don't cut them short. My name is James T. Harris, and this is my channel. Go ahead and hit that notification or that follow button, and every time we put out a new video, you will be notified.